Hi guys, in last video I have discussed how to find all prime numbers which are less than a given number. Okay, and I will give small recap about the method. Initially take the table with all numbers from 2 to the number n. Okay, and here in this example we took n as 50, and each time check the unmarked digit and mark the all numbers in the table which are divisible by the chosen unmarked number. Continue this till the end. Okay, guys, this was the example. Now we will see how to code it in C++. Okay. Okay, I have opened the Visual Studio Code. Hmm. Will include the library first of all. std. Okay. We'll write the main function. Now I will explain the. Will take some void function as we don't require any statement or integer to return anything to return, so we'll take the void function. We will name the function as primes, and we'll take the input or what we want to get the primes. Here's the okay. N is the number for which the numbers which are less than that number and the primes that we require. Okay, this function will return. Okay, I will write it. Okay, guys, I have written this. This function will return, or sorry, will print all primes which are less than n. Okay. We'll take some function like not function full value array. Okay, as prime which storage is number of numbers. Initially we have to store all numbers in some array, so I'm taking it as n plus 1 so that we can store n elements. Okay, now I will mark all the numbers in this as false, sorry, as true. Initially I will mark all thing as true, so that we are considering initially every number less than n as primes. Okay, each time we'll unmark it and we'll make it as false. Okay, now I will write for that for I equal to 0, I less than n, a plus plus. I will make everything as true. Okay, initially we are taking everything as prime and then we'll unmark everything again. But actually in example what I have shown is marking. Here marking implies that they are composite numbers which are not prime. Okay, think carefully. Okay, now for int I equal to 0, sorry, from I equal to 2, right? Since we have to check the which are divisible by 2 and mark it as composite. Okay, and here comes the actual thing. I will explain this why we are taking I square less than equal to n. Okay, why I square, because take as example as 4. Okay, we only require to check 1 comma 2. Why? Because after 2, if it is divisible by that number, then it is there between this. Okay, between root 4. I think you have got it. Okay, like I can say x into y is something n, then x should be something. Okay, take x is less than y, then x will be between 0 to square root n, right? Okay, square root of n. So it is only required to check till square root of n. Okay, because after square root n, from square root n to n, it will, if it is divisible by that number, then we have already checked from 0 to square root n. Okay, that is the reason we are taking I equal to 2 till square root of n, I plus plus. Okay, I'm explaining this very slowly, so it is very important to know. Okay, we'll check if it is unmarked. If prime of I is equal to 2. Okay, here you may get doubt that why we are taking true. Okay, here unmarked means true. Initially we have kept all as unmarked, and that is true. Okay, so marked means we are removing that as prime and keeping it as composite number, that is making it as false. Okay, now as now I will explain this. First I will write what I want to write. Okay, is star I and j less than or equal to n, j plus equal to I. Okay, here we are checking all the multiples of I and marking it as, we'll have to mark it as false. Okay. And why we are doing it from I square? It is not so intuitive. I will explain. Take the example of 2, 3. Okay. First of all, which are divisible by 2? From where it will start that with divisible by 2? First it will be 2 into 1, 2. We will not take that as it is prime. Take 2 into 2 is 4. Means we are starting from I square. Okay. And next take the example of 3. 3, we will not check 3 into 2 because it is already, if it is divisible by 3, then it is already divisible by less than that 3 number, means in between 3 and 3 square. Okay, like if some number is, like 3 we took, right? If 3 is divisible, some number is divisible by 3 in between 3 and 9, then the value after dividing the number should be less than 3. It will obviously less than 3 because 9 by 3 is 3. So between numbers should be less than uh, that 3. Okay, means if you divide by 3. Okay, so So it will automatically gets. Okay, we are doing, I think you have got the point. Okay, think carefully, it will be easy. And now we have to output all the values. And I equal to 0, I'll take again I less than or equal to n I plus plus, and we'll check if it is prime. Means if the prime of the value is true, then we will print it. See out that value. Okay, this is a small code. Thank you guys. Please don't forget to subscribe.